Changes that could be coming to some libraries in the Quad Cities and how it could impact the community.
Live from WQAD, this is News 8's Good Morning Quad Cities.
Good morning, welcome. It is Wednesday, June 10th. I'm Julie Sisk.
And I'm Jonathan Ketz. Thanks for joining us. We are seeing warm temperatures outside already today, plus we have some rain already in the viewing area.
Yes, it kind of depends on where you are this morning, so Eric's been mapping it out and letting people know what to expect when they head outside this morning.
Yeah, guys, every time that we talk weather here on Good Morning Quad Cities, if there's something on the radar, we will show that to you. Live Doppler radar, what you want to know here this morning. Henry County picking up some heavy showers and thunderstorms now south of Geneseo through Cambridge, Galva, Bishop Hill into Kewanee. Also heavy thunderstorms working through the Galesburg area. Those are continuing to move toward the south. Notice the Metro Quad Cities is quiet. These are kind of developing just off 2 hours south here this morning. So Aledo, you're picking up on some heavy rain right now, especially through downtown. Also some heavy rain around the Mount Pleasant area, headed down through Fort Madison and Dallas City here this morning. Here's a live picture on the Moline Eagle Eye. We've got some sunshine coming through, folks. That sunshine's going to warm us up. As the storm zone, the battle zone will be south of the Quad Cities. I think we've got a chance of hitting 90 degrees here in the Quad Cities as most of that cooling rain will sit 2 hours south. Temperatures outside 75 degrees now, 81 at lunchtime, looking for a 91 degree high temperature. The peak heat index could be as hot as 97. I'll let you know when we get a little break in the heat and humidity coming up at 6:01.
All right, thank you, Eric. This morning, an Amber Alert has been canceled for a 9-month-old boy from Urbandale. We've been reporting this throughout the morning on Good Morning Quad Cities, and we have new details. Police were looking for this boy, Logan Habibovic. Police say that he went missing yesterday morning around 11. Police were looking for Logan's father, 33-year-old Elvis Habibovic, who police say took the little boy. Police issued the Amber Alert overnight, but it has since been canceled.
This morning, more than 400 armed officers are searching a small town in New York after residents reported seeing the two men who escaped from a maximum security prison. We have the new details here on Good Morning Quad Cities. Officers are searching buildings, homes, and combing through fields in the town of Willsboro. It's 35 miles from the prison. Investigators got a tip that the escapees, Richard Matt and David Sweat, could be hiding there. A resident reported spotting two men walking along a road around 2 yesterday morning. When approached, they then ran off.
They obviously have to eat, they have to sleep. Their level of desperateness will increase as each day goes on.
Investigators are still trying to find out how the men got power tools to escape. They're still questioning staff and contractors and have also questioned families of the two men.
Testimony is set to start today in the case of Tim McVeigh, who is accused of killing his former girlfriend, Carrie Olson. The trial was moved up to accommodate the testimony of a witness who is going to be out of town. McVeigh is accused of killing Olson, who went missing in December of 2013. Her body was found 4 months later in Minnesota. The trial is expected to last 2 weeks, and for complete live coverage starting today, go to WQAD.com. We'll have a live blog and live stream from the courtroom.
Former House Speaker Dennis Hastert pled not guilty to federal charges that could send him to prison for several years. Yesterday, Hastert was surrounded by media as he entered a federal courthouse in Chicago. Prosecutors say that Hastert made improper bank withdrawals and lied to the FBI about them to prevent someone from exposing sexual misconduct by Hastert years ago. But there is no guarantee that the alleged victim will testify.
This guy who says that he was abused, then all those things are going to come out at trial and make Hastert look terrible. On the other hand, the fact that this guy was extorting Hastert, I don't think would sit very well with a jury.
Hastert was also told to avoid contact with anyone who might be a witness or an accuser in his case.
An Iowa man has died after he was shot by police overnight. Des Moines police say it started as an officer was making a routine traffic stop around 10 o'clock last night. That's when another vehicle pulled up next to the squad car. A person got out of the vehicle and started dancing around his car and then drove off. The suspect eventually stopped, got out of the vehicle again, and began walking towards a different squad car. Police say an officer shot the man, who later died. Police are not sure if he displayed a weapon before being shot.
An Iowa man is facing first-degree murder charges, accused of killing his daughter in their home. Police say that 62-year-old Robert Stern of Dubuque admitted to killing his 27-year-old daughter, Kimberly Stern. Police responded yesterday morning for a welfare check and found that the woman's body was inside their home. Police say it appeared she suffered multiple bullet wounds. Robert's neighbor says she talked to him the day before and Robert had told her he was upset because he had just learned that he had cancer.
He walked up to me, so I had actually stopped the lawnmower, which was weird because he never talks to me ever. So, and then struck up the conversation.
Robert Stern could face life in prison if charged. He's currently in the Dubuque County Jail. Moline police say the man who crashed his motorcycle on I-74 last month was drunk at the time. 36-year-old Stephen Carlson is charged with 2 counts of aggravated DUI. He was riding along the interstate with his wife Tammy when their bike left the road between John Deere Expressway and Avenue of the Cities. Both were airlifted to Peoria.
This morning, police are searching for a man who went missing in Davenport. 57-year-old John LeBar was last seen Saturday night at a camping spot near Credit Island and the Marquette Street boat ramp in Davenport. News 8's Brittany Lewis says his family wants to know what exactly happened at that site and where LeBar is right now.
Flyers with John LeBar's face hang near Centennial Park. The man who always has facial hair and loves to fish.
He's down here fishing every day.
Is missing. Last seen at this campsite Saturday night.
It's like he just disappeared.
His belongings, though, did not.
They found his phone laying down in the water, all the change that was in his pockets. His fishing poles were there, his fishing bag, everything was just ransacked, thrown all over the place. And he wouldn't leave his bike.
LeBar was camping with his nephew. The next day, another family member called his daughter to say her dad left to meet someone that night, but never came back to get his stuff. His family has not heard from him since.
I don't think the outcome's going to be good.
Davenport police searching and photographing the area around the campsite. Boats looking in the water. His son...
I walked from where they were camping all the way down to the Credit Island.
Trying to find him too.
They see him, in my mind.
Not knowing if he'll see his dad's face again.
I'm expecting the worst.
In Davenport, Brittany Lewis, WQAD News 8.
Thank you, Brittany. LeBar was last seen wearing a white shirt, jeans, dark tennis shoes, and a bandana. Anyone with information is asked to call Davenport police.
Rock Island is looking to grow its downtown library, but that could mean closing 2 neighborhood branches. The Library Board of Trustees is studying the possibility of closing its 3031 and Southwest branches while renovating and expanding the main library downtown. Leaders call the plan bittersweet, saying there's simply not enough money to operate 3 buildings in the current financial climate.
Nobody ever wants to close a library. You know, it's just the harsh reality. When those buildings were built in the 40 plus years ago, Rock Island was a lot larger city. We had a bigger tax base.
Campbell says they hope to have a consolidation plan by the end of the year. The next step would be figuring out how to raise money for a downtown expansion.
Lieutenant Governor Kim Reynolds will be in the Quad Cities today. She will speak at the Iowa Association of Business and Industry Convention in Bettendorf. The ABI organization has more than 1,400 business members from across the state that employ more than 300,000 Iowans. That convention starts today and runs through Friday at the Waterfront Convention Center.
Chicago Blackhawks will try to even the series in Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final tonight. They're down, that is, 2-1 after the Lightning won Game 3 with 2 goals in the 3rd period. Tampa Bay has scored first in all 3 games of the series, but the Hawks have also held a lead in each one. Puck drops at 7 tonight in Chicago. Well, King James and the Cleveland Cavaliers shocked the sports world again last night, winning another close game in the NBA Finals. The Warriors fought hard. There's the dish to LeBron for the slam dunk. Golden State trailed by 17 points after 3, but they scored 36 in the 4th to bring the game within 1. But the Cavs hold on to win 96-91. LeBron James and the Cavs take Game 3. They're leading the series 2-1. Game 4 on Thursday night right here on News 8. Well, a fan at Saturday's Biloxi Shuckers baseball game in Mississippi made an incredible catch. take a look at this video. The man caught a foul ball with his hands, and it was all caught on his GoPro camera.
Oh, his GoPro. I was wondering, like a cell phone?
Yeah. He told a local TV station that the GoPro on his head captured something amazing at the opening game, and we now know why.
So just wearing the GoPro on his head.
Very cool to see. All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Quad Cities, how poultry farms are bouncing back from the bird flu. Ag in the AM is still ahead.
And how a new study is shedding light on the potential link between parents' age and children with autism.
You know, if I had a GoPro on my head and I was at the baseball game, I'd go, I don't know if I'd have my hand up, but anyway, we're tracking some showers and thunderstorms this morning. I'll let you know where these are headed. Storm Track 8, your accurate forecast next at 6:10. The weekend not half bad. Saturday should be dry, could be some more thunderstorms Sunday, and then that flash flooding threat Monday through Thursday of next week. So watch for that, and then perhaps some river flooding 1 to 2 weeks away.
Now, your daily look at farm news and commodity prices. Good Morning Quad Cities, Ag in the AM.
Taking a look at corn futures from the Chicago Board of Trade. July, September, and December contracts are all unchanged. December contracts are trading at $3.82. And looking at soybeans, they are down a penny for July, and August unchanged for September. September contracts trading at $9.26. Also on Ag in the AM, 3 months after the bird flu made its first appearance in the Midwest, the first poultry farm in the region to be affected is raising turkeys once again. The farm in Minnesota was restocked with new birds over the weekend. This was the first farm to be affected with the H5N2 virus. So far, 9 million birds in Minnesota, mostly turkeys, have been destroyed. And in Iowa, 73 cases have been reported, affecting more than 29 million egg-producing birds. Well, today more than 250 people will be at the Quad Cities Pollinator Conference at Jumer's Casino in Rock Island. The event includes beekeepers, farmers, and environmental groups. They plan to talk about the problem of pollinator decline. Research shows in the last 50 years, the honeybee population has declined to about half of what it used to be, with the U.S. losing around 30% of its honeybee population every single winter. Your time right now is 6:20. Still ahead here on Good Morning Quad Cities. How's your health? How your birth month could be impacting your health. You want to stick around for that. That story is just ahead.
The Department of Public Health is working to identify people who may have been in contact with a woman suffering from a rare and deadly form of tuberculosis. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention say that the woman traveled from India to the U.S., arriving weeks ago at Chicago's O'Hare International Airport. She then spent time in Illinois, Missouri, and Tennessee. She was admitted to the hospital in the Chicago suburbs before being transferred to an isolation unit at the National Institute of Health in Maryland.
A new study suggests that parents' ages may play a role in a child's risk of developing autism. European researchers looked at nearly 4 million children from 5 countries outside the U.S. They found that children of teen parents and of parents who have a 10-year age difference have higher odds of developing an autism spectrum disorder. The highest rates of autism in families were when both parents were older.
Well, the month you were born in could affect your health. Scientists at Columbia University pinpointed the month of May as the healthiest month to be born, which is when Jonathan was born, and October, when I was born, to be the worst. Doctors use an algorithm to identify significant associations between major diseases and the certain months in the year. We thought this was kind of interesting in the 4:30 half hour because it said you're most likely to have asthma if you're born in October, which I don't have asthma.
Right, but
you do, and you were born in May. So we kind of disproved that one. But there are a lot of parts to this study.
And what was the other thing? They said that the data could help scientists uncover new risk diseases, but they also said that some of the information may not be as accurate, right?
Well, they say that it's pretty minor, that this study and the findings are pretty minor. Right. So maybe not really true to everyone.
But
so
of course,
that's good news for me.
But just my luck, the fact that I would be born in May, but yet I'm the one who has asthma, go figure.
Yeah, you just...
I don't know. Yeah. Story of my life.
Well, Beethoven and Mozart may be long gone, but their music is still powerful today, even for your health. According to Oxford University research, different music tempos have varying impacts on our pulse and blood pressure. Cardiologists found that certain operas and classical orchestra pieces are perfectly in sync with the body's natural rhythm, and so significantly lowered the listener's blood pressure.
Traffic cameras on Good Morning Quad Cities are sponsored by Ace Muffler Clinic.
It's 6:25, time for total travel and time to look at the traffic headed over the Centennial Bridge. You can see there's quite a bit of traffic out there. It is down to one lane in each direction because of the ongoing construction there. No backups or delays so far this morning. As far as the regional airports, there are 2 cancellations and 1 delay out of the Quad City International Airport. Always a good idea to check ahead if you're headed out today.
Yeah, we'll give you a yellow light for your morning commute just because we do have some heavy thunderstorms out there. We'll get to radar in just a minute. This afternoon, it will be hot again. We are looking for 90-degree temperatures once again. Here's a look at Storm Track 8, and you can see we still have some heavy thunderstorms in spots. Let's go in toward Kewanee right now. You can see especially north of town, up toward Anawan, and over here toward Ladd, Depew, and Hennepin, seeing some heavy thunderstorms, and then down here toward Galesburg. These are mainly affecting areas south of the Quad Cities, so we'll continue to keep an eye on that. There's also a risk of severe weather as well south of the Quad Cities later today.